Hey YouTube, so I'm going to do a quick video on voice fluctuations, and I'm just going to get right to it. So, my voice has dropped drastically since I started transitioning with hormones. It's really awesome. It is something that excites me, that keeps me going when things are down. It is one of the first changes that I started to experience, if not the first change. And although I'm not really emotionally in a spot where I feel like I'm ready to do a comparison of my voice before and after, although you can look back at my videos, and I promise to do a comparison at some point in the future, I do want to talk about something having to do with my voice drop, which is fluctuations. So at this point, I am just over 6.5 months on testosterone, and as I said, my voice has dropped significantly. I expect that it still will continue to drop throughout the year. If not, I've heard other trans men on hormones have experienced that their voice changes, over the course of several years. Obviously, not necessarily as much, in year 3, let's say. But, I expect that it will get a lot deeper. Also, just because all of the cis men in my family on both sides have really deep voices. So, I expect that it will. But one thing that I'm still waiting to happen in terms of the voice change is for real stability. I do notice now, and I actually just noticed maybe like 20 minutes ago, I was actually listening to myself speak. I was noticing suddenly how, not just how deep my voice was, because I've noticed that, but how when I don't try to make my voice deep, it's still really deep. There is a baseline now that is much deeper than it used to be, whereas my baseline used to fluctuate all the time. Now what's happening is my voice cracks all the time, and there's definitely a deeper baseline, but I'm still not at a point where my voice drop has just leveled out. It fluctuates, in the morning. It's usually deepest in the morning and really late at night, especially if it's the middle of the night, 2 a.m. During the day, my voice can go up. If I'm sick, for whatever reason, you would expect that my voice would drop, but actually my voice tends to get a little bit more nasally. I notice that the more tired I am, the deeper my voice is. So my point is that some of these might just be natural changes that are going to occur, but I also feel like I'm getting a lot of fluctuations, and I wanted to talk for a second about how that makes me feel, which is frustrated. It is extremely frustrating to have these voice fluctuations. One of the things that helps, as I said, keep me going is how deep my voice is. That's one of the components or symptoms of my hormone therapy that I feel help me pass. And that's something that's important to me, to be able to do that, and it's something that helps me feel safe. And I feel like it's harder for people to out me, or harder for people to misgender me if they hear my voice deep. So if I start a conversation with somebody, for example, and my voice is really deep, say they're a stranger or somebody new to me in my life, and they know me, the way they know me now, and my voice starts cracking, or my voice goes much higher, then, it can get a little uncomfortable for me. I start to get panicky and paranoid that I'm not passing, and I don't know. It also sort of, I feel like, almost backtracks in age, because things like voice changes and voice cracking with cis men tends to happen, when you're a teenager. So I definitely think it helps in terms of making me seem younger, which I don't want because I already have a really young face and I constantly get, messed around with in terms of that and questioned all the time about my age. But, the voice cracks, I've learned to laugh about it at this point. It does make me feel more male and masculine to have that experience, even though it's late in the game. And it's frustrating and annoying and a little embarrassing. It takes a lot to get me embarrassed, so I just kind of think it's fun to experience something that I would have if I had had the opportunity to grow up as a cis male. So that doesn't really bother me so much, but I'm looking forward to things steadying out, and I'm actually really impressed that so far I feel like my voice didn't crack at all during this video, although I might be eating my words. You'll let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Let me know in the comments what you didn't like. And if you want to keep on checking in on my transition, please feel free to subscribe, and have an awesome Labor Day.